or my little iPad right here.
Okay.
I'm gonna switch. I'm gonna check.
What's up, everybody? We're going live on the first Beatcast. What's up, Ray?
How's it going, Rémi?
Good, and you?
I'm great.
Okay. Telly,
How's it
how are you?
going? Good, good. How you doing?
It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure,
My
guys.
pleasure.
How? Here on the first Beatcasts, we're here to make really a big meeting between beatmaker. Uh, we we share all the weeks on the Facebook group Amazing Song. What's up, Ray? Tell us more about you, about yourself. How many times you produce? Uh, let the
Certainly.
presentation, please.
Okay. So yeah, my name's Ray. I'm the moderator on the Facebook group, and I've been producing since I was 8 years old. I started with Sonic Found Acid. Um, I've probably used every doll there is, but I had like a 5 year creative block where I wasn't able to make anything. I had like every software you can imagine, every device, and was looking for samplers on the iOS store, found Koala, and been hitting the ground ever since.
Yes, the same for me. Really, for me, I was stuck a lot of the hardware thing, and a lot of I tried a lot of DAW, like Logic, Acid, Reason, but I never feel the same. Like for me, I was stuck a lot of yeah. The problem really is not the same with the software and the gear, no.
Yeah,
And with Koala, for me, I feeling the same with an application than a real sampler, no. And it's the same with me, Ray. Telly,
What's up?
what's up, Telly? You're a machine guy, no? You work a lot with machine, no? And Koala. For you, for example, a new workflow. How do you use Koala?
I mean, yeah, primarily I work with machine, and then Koala. I mean, in the last 5 months, I started using it. I've known about it for a while. From DiBiase, he's the one who I saw using it first, and then DJ Fresh from the Bay Area also used it a lot. But I mean, I never used the SP or anything like that. I've only strictly been on a DAW.
Mhm.
So going from that to Koala was kind of, I don't know, it was kind of easy. It was very like the workflow was easy. It was very simple to understand. I feel like it was, the cut and paste and the drag and drop is like, what I mean, life changing. But I mean, it's it's a, it's different to me. I like using it. Just I don't know. It's simple. I don't have to overthink things. Basically, is why I like to use it. Because when I get in a DAW, I kind of like search for sounds and I get lost basically. So with the Koala, it's just get to it and then whatever I got, I can do it. You know what I mean? That's my favorite part about it, basically.
Yeah. And Lugo, what's up, Lugo?
What up?
Yeah, it's a pleasure. Nice to meet you.
Hey,
Because I don't know I don't know you in real, but now, yeah, I love how you help the people on the group. You are how one of the big helpers here. I can see behind you, you're more a sampler guy, no? I see
yeah,
some
yeah.
MPC, no?
I had to switch rooms to the living room where the samplers aren't allowed.
Okay.
But the iPad is. But yeah, I'm an MPC guy. Um, but I started out with hardware samplers, hardware drum machines. I'm an old dude. I'm in my mid 40s, and it was all about acquiring the best drum machines with the best sounds. And then I learned how to MIDI those drum machines to samplers, and I had an
Hmm.
Akai S20, real sort of primitive tabletop sampler, and then eventually I got an MPC, and it was game over from there. But yeah, definitely a hardware dude.
Mhm. How old are you, Ray? Sorry for the question, but how old are you?
How old am
Uh,
I? I'm 29.
Yeah. What? Sorry,
I'm 29.
29.
Yeah.
And you, Telly?
30, 30 years
30.
old.
Okay, same.
Yeah.
You,
So
Lugo?
I'm 44.
44. I'm 36. And say, yeah, it's almost the same. Yes, I'm really like between. I start with the MPC 2000. Uh, without down. In fact, no, the first down, no, but only for record, no. It's not really with VST and some kind of thing like that, no. But I'm thinking it's not really about the gear because it's only music, no. Um, when I listen a bit of Telly, for example, you cannot say with what type of gear he used, no? Okay, because the swing, the sample, shoes, and everything count more than the application. No, I don't know. I
yeah,
don't know. And
thank
for
you.
me, it's about Koala because it's not like very techniques with a lot of plugin in really it's really like a sampler. You start, you put your sample, and you mix with your effect. It's really making music only with here, without only pick with your mouse, no. um, when I'm making music, I like feeling, no, the feeling of of making music with the heart, no, more than the brain. What,
Hmm.
Ray? No? What do you think about that, Ray?
Yeah, I think it's funny because usually I'm kind of a brain kind of logical guy, but I would totally agree that music is like a visceral feeling thing that you just got to go with. Yeah, absolutely.
And usually,
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, like I said, it's the reason why I like using the koala because I mean, I like to compose stuff all the time too. So, but I like the simplicity of just going with your ear with what you have, and even the samples. Like pick apart whatever you can from the sample to get whatever you're
mhm.
looking for. Really, honestly, I try to. That's the way I try to approach it before I even maybe other than a bass. I like adding my sub basses, but yeah.
Yeah. And you, Lugo?
Um, heart versus the brain. Yeah, I mean, just the ability for us to use Koala, which is so immediate and it's a tactile surface. Um, I guess it's a little bit of both, right? I mean, I
Hmm.
like the feeling that I can sort of conjure emotions. Yeah, that's the best way to put that. And let the music kind of guide me to a feeling, and then riff on that feeling and add to it. And with something like with Koala, it's it's I know where the files are. I know how to get the sound there. So there's a little bit of the brain play involved.
Yeah, no,
But
of
really,
course.
but really, I'm just following the sound, and whatever works. Um, yeah.
You're true. Hmm. No, it's my French. It's my French thing now. The hers now. It's it's very romantic. But no, what I'm saying and what Marek said. It's the idea of Marek. It's making really focus on the sound. No, not really on the pattern. No, only quantizing and. So, you know what? Like Fruity Loops. Fruity Loops. Fruity Loops. A lot of beatmaker doing something really incredible, no, with Fruity Loops. But it's really for me like Lego. No, you put I don't know. You don't feel the same swing. You need to make you. Hi, Lugo.
Uh,
Oh, yeah, we have a dog. Yeah, you are on the Beatcast. Okay, I dog. Sorry.
God
Okay,
dang
Lugo. You
it!
good, Lugo? Okay, Lugo. Everything good?
My cat sabotaged my
Okay.
camera.
Same with my dog. Yeah. Uh-huh. Okay.
sorry, sorry
We need
about that.
more
I was trying to get.
animals on the Beatcast. We need more animals. Okay.
Yeah. Oh
Welcome
man.
in my house. In Spanish we say "Mi casa es su casa,"
Yeah.
and is what I want on the Beatcast. Really, okay, having fun between beatmakers, sharing tips and tricks, sharing point of view, culture, knowledge. Uh, I'm a hip hop guy. Okay, when I started the hip hop in '98, I was a young guy, and it was peace, love, and having fun. No, and the hip hop make me discover this. No, sharing culture with people without the same culture. No, uh, we was black, white, Latinos, all of kind of people, and we making more stronger with this because with the when you know more culture, you are more intelligent, more sensitive, and it's what I want to make with this Facebook group, and now with the Beatcast, no, is really making a link between us, because now internet, it's really important to make a community with solidarity, to make things more stronger, no, because with the big company like Spotify, YouTube, it's a loss of time, because you are on the big on big internet, no, and if we make a big community, we are more stronger on all the aspects, no, the promotion, the knowledge, and for the future, making or growing more um, the musician possibility, no, and not only I upload on this channel for nothing, no, no, we need really good feedback, good and bad feedback, because it's really important. I'm thinking a lot of time it's only dope, amazing, good. No, we need a bad feedback. You know what, you need more bass. You know what, your snare is it's really important for a musician, the feedback of other, no, and with this community is what I want, really, really making evolve your music, your culture, everything. All right.
Absolutely. Iron sharpens iron.
Yes.
You know, that's crazy. This group, I've always fantasized that a group like this would exist. So I'm glad we have each other, and I'm glad it's growing.
Yeah. Like a sleepless say, yes, we are stronger together. Oh yeah.
Yeah, shout out to
Like
Sleepless.
stronger together. Yeah, sounds
And
good.
then
Sounds
on looks like on Facebook, Aaron Dickerson says, "What's up, fam?" So how's it going,
yeah.
Aaron?
What's up?
What up?
What's up? Yeah. Telly, you are more in Instagram, no? Because Facebook, a lot of time the problem with Facebook is I have a lot of friends who say to me, I don't connect me on Facebook. Facebook is so bad. What do you think about that, Telly? Because you're more an Instagram man, no?
Yeah, yeah, I'm definitely. I mean, I was mostly on Instagram, and then I recently got hopped a lot on Twitter. So I'm kind of like in between both of those worlds. I mean, I go on Facebook occasionally, but honestly, the only reason I do go on there now is for the Koala group. That's like really the only reason I go on Facebook
It's a
now.
pleasure.
Can
To
definitely need
catch
a
up on some
road.
family stuff or something. But nah, yeah, I mean, I just feel I don't know. I feel like I've built my following on that platform, which is a big reason why I've stuck to that one. Not only that, but it's just more visually. It's more visual than I don't know. Facebook's pretty visual, but to me, it's a lot. The platform, the way it works, the algorithm, it's just a lot easier for me to work with. So that's why I like being on there and Twitter as well too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yes, it's what the reason why I want more working with Twitch, Facebook, and not Facebook, but sorry, YouTube, uh, and video, because it's not you not need to see, the problem of other people, no, because when you are on Twitter or Facebook, it's a social media, more social,
Exactly.
more social than media. The um, uh, 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 we have a Candy Crush in Vits. No, man, it's not here Candy Crush. Yeah. You can you can change your channel. Okay, and it's really important making more channel like the old school radio, no, Telly, it's what is going on now with Twitch, with the streaming. No, people love um, the live thing. No,
Yeah,
really
definitely.
raw.
And like podcasts, stuff like that. I mean, I watch a lot of YouTube channels and stuff like that. I feel like it's definitely. And then I just recently have just started going on Twitch. I'm trying to figure out how to stream myself. Honestly, I'm working that out. But yeah, it seems like a lot of people are gravitating to that. It's especially in this year or this last year and this year since the whole pandemic thing's been going on. I feel like it's people want live entertainment and people like live entertainment. I love watching live entertainment, so I understand it, and I definitely see why we need to do this as a community. I mean, it'll help us bring us together, like I said, because there's as big as it is on Facebook, it's just as big on Twitter, it's just as big on Instagram. Like the community is pretty huge, and so we definitely should come together and have a medium like this for all of us to just showcase our
Yes.
talents and each other, and just what I mean, just help put each other on basically, and just promote our stuff.
And Lugo, what do you think about that?
Yeah, I'm more of an Instagram dude.
Okay,
But
you are on Facebook
I think
for Koala too.
pretty much,
Only.
pretty much.
Yeah.
I go on there for Koala. I go on there for the other iPad centered and iOS music production groups. Anything beyond that is kind of a lot of people are talking shit, and it's fine. Actually, that's all of Twitter for me. That's my experience on Twitter. Is everybody is shit talking each other. But Koala is one of the safe spots on the internet for me, and it's a good community of people who just kind of share ideas, share song ideas, ask for advice, and they know that they're not going to get shit on. It's important to have that constructive criticism from somebody who's been doing stuff for a long time. Like the other day, somebody was asking about how do I make my kicks sound bigger, and I was like, well, it's a lot of that information's in the mid range, so don't worry about the low end. Cut out frequencies from other tracks on the low end. Boost them, little tips and tricks like that. I wish I had that, 20 years ago when I was starting out. Nobody was there there was no YouTube, there was no community. It was me in my room, and if I ever got out, it was to the record store. That was it.
It's true.
And then listening to other records, listening to other hip hop records and trying to find the right break. So I'm still trying to find the right break. I'll let you know when I find the right break. But
Yes, it's unfair. It's unfair. Young people doesn't know the struggle. How we struggle, Lugo. It was a big struggle, no?
You know what? Yeah, but it's one of those lifelong quests that can you can have really productive and fulfilling lifelong quests, or you can have really crappy ones. And I think for me, hunting for the right break, hunting for the right records that's been the most fulfilling and joyful lifelong quests that I think I've ever had. I'm still learning stuff. I'm still meeting people. It's awesome. I mean, so if anybody has that Niagara break, preferably some minty vinyl, contact me. You know where to find me. I've been looking for that, and I don't want a reissue. I want the OG.
Yes,
Hi.
Lugo. I'm thinking about making a sample section. No, we need more a sample like
Yeah.
section. No,
That'd be
You know,
kind of cool.
they got rid of the files section. You used to be able to share files in
uh-huh.
groups, and I think they just recently got rid of that because I tried to share the MPC startup file for the 2000 Classic, and I had to link it to my Google Drive. But I mean, what up, Facebook? You need to change that. We need to be able to
Yeah,
share files.
Yeah.
That would
yeah,
be great. That'd be great.
mhm. Yeah. It's a bad point of Facebook. No, it's the very bad point of Facebook is this. Is it's really uh yeah, it's really um
Yeah.
it's only what they want you want to see. No, it's not really sharing.
Mm-hmm.
Not anymore
Yeah.
because
I
see
I I
six
I
years
I
ago. Yeah. You go.
I think that's probably the main gripe I have against Instagram. I love Instagram for the fact that you can share minute long beats, right? I can share my beats. It's a minute long. I can listen to somebody else's beat and I don't feel like I'm wasting my time, right? I don't have to listen to a 3 minute track. Um, and it's great. It's a great format for that, but it's terrible at building communities. Because I feel the feeling I get from Instagram is I'm looking into somebody else's life for a minute, for 1 minute. Um, but Facebook offers a little bit more community building. They just need to be able to share files, man. I want to be able to share some of my drum breaks with y'all, but I can't because Facebook. So,
But with
what up,
Cloud
Facebook?
Drive, you can, no? With Cloud Drive, it's work with Cloud Drive.
No, no. I mean, you can, but then you got to go to another place to do the
Ah,
tracking.
yeah, yeah,
Why? When it could all be right there. I mean,
yeah,
we live in a wonderful age. We can hear each other stutter talk with the technology right now live, all four of us. But we can't share I can't
Exactly.
share a drum break. You know, come on. But hey,
yeah. It's worse.
we'll find a way.
Yeah, every day it's worse because a lot of privacy law, a lot of yeah. I mean, and Europe now there is a big problem with Messenger. No, they changed the rules. Um, you can send a lot of files too. It's really incredible. No, internet was the liberty and the freedom. Pardon, sorry, the freedom,
Yeah.
and no, it's really, really more secure, no? Telly, what do you think about that?
I mean, yeah, in a lot of ways. I mean, I agree with a lot of things that Lugo said. I mean, it's just. I mean, I'm not on Facebook as much, but I do feel like the way that they try to control the algorithms and stuff like that, you have to obviously find a way to work around it. Because even I get frustrated at Instagram too, because it's just the way that it's like, things disappear, and sometimes I'm like, man, I gotta like, because they only push things on you that I guess that they feel that you're interacting with, or engaging with. I'm not sure, but there's definitely a fine line between that right there. That's why I like Twitter a little
Sorry.
bit, as opposed. I mean, even though people are kind of hateful on there sometimes, but I mean, it's a place for shit talking. But I like it just because it's so much more fast paced, and I feel like it's more community based than Instagram would be. Because yeah, I feel like what Lugo said really resonated with me, because it does feel like you're kind of just looking into a window of someone's life. You don't really get to like build a group type of community there. So
Yeah.
I do agree.
And Ray, what do you think about that?
So I'm on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, SoundCloud. I'm on all of them, and the thing I do like about the Facebook group more though is it's a little bit more. It's like a coherent, timeline. It's a little bit more easy to go back
Yeah.
and like see stuff that people have done in the past, or like how you have the you can go to the announcements to see our tips and tricks and stuff like that. I like that aspect of it more, but I do agree. I like the immediacy of Twitter a little bit too.
You know what? I don't choose Twitter for nothing. I don't know. Let me see if you can make something on Twitter. But I'm thinking that the best is only that really making a big you know a community with the email and only um, outside of only a social media. No?
Just like a
Really make
mailing list, basically,
yes.
that we could just that'd be the probably the best thing to do. I mean, we take more control of all, you know what I mean, of our own presence online. I guess is the only way to put it.
Yeah, the future we need to be free of only. It's the same with koala, no? You're free. When you lost your phone, well, you need to buy one another one. But you download koala. You go to no to make another beat. No, it's the same. We don't need really. We are making music. No, we
Mhm.
don't need only to be dependent of the big groups. No, and in every day you can see with Bandcamp, people want to really giving the opportunity directly to the artist, no, to earn this money, no, and not
Yeah,
only for the streaming and thing like this, no. It's really important because now we need more a direct contact between artists and listeners, because with the COVID, no, the concerts and all the big festival is are dying, no, every day are dying, and now we need really a contact directly now because with the internet, but directly between the artist and the fan base, no. uh,
yeah.
and now we can make big change in this thing, but only if we are a strong community, not
Yeah.
only 1,000, so 10,000 and
Yeah.
more.
And that's the good thing about Twitch, though, is like the whole premise of the Twitch platform is to push your other social medias to this platform. So we could do that properly and actually execute it. It can actually be really beneficial for us. I mean, we just have to do it and stick to it. It's, like you said, stay as a strong community. But it's there.
Yes, because
Yeah.
Twitch, with Twitch, you have the possibility of hosting. What
Mhm.
is the hosting? For example, you are doing live session, no, on your Telly Mclean
Mhm. Mhm.
profile, and I only share on my channel you profile. You get the view, but my
Mhm.
channel online 24 hours, no.
Mhm.
uh, it's what I said the radio, no, because
Yeah,
it's
yeah, yeah,
really
exactly, exactly.
no, is really making uh, a win-win, no.
And like really just like, yeah, like organizing little time slots for us and whatever, however you want to do it. Yeah, I mean it's a really smart idea. No, I think it's
It's
definitely
what
it's definitely
what
dope.
I want. It's very it's hard because a lot of people, gather. No, I don't want to share, but you need to share.
No,
Um,
you do. And I
I,
mean if people like the stuff, they're gonna come back and buy it. That's what I've learned too. I mean, I kind of had to let this is still kind of like a give and take of how much you want to share, but people will come back. They do.
but making good music, because a
Yeah.
lot of a problem is the spam, no. A lot of
Yeah.
time is only, "Hey, look my song," but it's not a finished track, no. So
Hmm.
it's why I say with the feedback good and feedback bad, no. A lot of time in the group, the SP and the SP44 groups, no, a lot of time is only spamming, no. Look at my beat tape. Look at my beat tape. Look, it's not like this, no. It's really you need to make some kind of thing a little different, no, not only the same lofi beat tape as well, the 100% of and the problem is that no we lost the real artist because the spamming kill the real exposition
Yeah.
of other artists. What do you think about the logo? You are the old school. You are like
Yeah,
me.
yeah, yeah. I mean, I try to listen to my friends' beat tapes.
Yeah,
Every once in a while, I will hear something that sort of captures my attention. But I mean, yeah, if it's going to be like a lo-fi beat tape, I know it's going to be Bill Evans samples, Jay Dilla kicks, and some anime samples, and it's just I know the formula. I've been doing the formula for
yeah,
a couple of decades now, and it's cool, and I appreciate what they're doing because I understand a lot of the people who are making these are 19 through 24, and they have a lot of music discovery to do. And once they add to the vocabulary, maybe they can come out with a disco joint. I don't know. So, but but the spamming for I mean, I understand that you think you can make some money off of this music thing. I've been trying for 20 years. Maybe I stopped in the last 10, and I did make some money, and I lost some money,
yeah,
and I made some more money, and then I lost some more money. But I think when you try to pursue this music thing for a personal benefit, uh, and to make yourself happy and to make find a community of people you can talk to, and share ideas with, and be and feel inspired, then it's going to be much more rewarding, and you're not going to push your little beat tape that you made because your girl broke up with you, and you ain't got no money this week. That's cool. I understand, dude. But life moves on, man. You gotta come out with something. What do you have to say? What do you have to say about music right now? And the fact is, it's so easy to make a lot of this music, right?
yeah.
Koala was crazy when I first discovered that. It was just like, oh my god, I can be on my lunch break and make a beat real quick every day. Oh, dude, it's my favorite part of my work day. It's like, okay, I get to make a beat for
I hear you.
25 minutes. You know,
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah.
I guess I didn't answer the question at all, but
It's good. Telly, people from Facebook ask you if you produced songs for Shui.
Who?
Shui. I don't
Oh
know
yeah,
who
yeah,
is.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Chewy. Yeah, I produce songs for Chewy. That's my brother.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
okay.
We got
No, yeah.
we've got a few songs together. We're actually working on an old tape that we kind of forgot about that we're gonna release soon, and then we're working on a new one too. So there's gonna be some more Chewy Telly stuff coming out for sure. Yeah, for whoever asked about that, thank you.
Okay. Yeah, it's important to finalize to finalize is to finish sorry to finish
Yeah.
the beats because a lot of time with Koala, no, I don't know if the same problem with you, but we're making a lot of beats, but we don't finish them, no. And and I want I'm thinking it's really important to make the link between MCs and beat makers too, because a lot of artists on of beatmaker, a lot of beatmaker on the Koala needs MCs. I don't know if only beat tape, lo-fi, but I like when I'm listen MCs on a beat. No, so for me it's really important. No, for example, Danny Bravo make a lot of beats. No, with Koala in the LP.
Mhm.
I don't remember the name. Danny, if you're here, you can put your name, the name of your album. But it's the best part of this, no? Because when you make a beat, it's not only for look, I found the loop, no? Yeah, it's good too, but finish, it's better, no? It's a problem for you, Ray. Finish the beats or no?
No. So the way I work, if I don't finish a beat that I'm working on, it's just asking for beat block. If I try to move on, so I work a project through, and then once I have the WAV file, I delete the Koala project and I move on. That's how I work.
And that, what DAW do you use?
Strictly Koala.
Really Koala? Okay.
Yeah. My next project, I'm planning on experimenting with Cubasis 3, but the first two that I've done, it's all Koala.
Very good. Okay. Me, for example, I make a final mix on my DAW. I'm using my Mixcraft. It's not very famous.
I've used that before.
So old school.
Yes, it's like Logic 8. You know, I'm an old guy. Yeah, no, but I don't like the fancy things, because if it's too fancy for me, I can't concentrate. No, I can't focus.
Yeah.
No, no. And the new Logic, I don't own the new Mac, but with the new Logic, it's like very fancy thing. Is really lot of graphics, no, and I don't know. It's not my thing, but and mixed drive, I'm finished. Depending, sometimes multi stems, so with stems, separate stems, or sometimes only the final mix of the beats. I'm using Ozone, isotope Ozone. I like this because it's really easy to make you equalization, limiter, and all on one plugin, no? But it's really interesting how people can make really a professional beats with a good mix only on Koala. But the same, no, with the SP. The SP is really a cheap sampler. So, in the first time, no, it was like $150, no. The SP202. So it was a cheap sampler, no? But how it sounds with MF Doom, rest in peace, MF Doom. Sounds great, no? And it's same with Koala. You need to resample, no? Telly, you make we resample a lot, no? To making a good swing, a good.
Yeah, so I mean, it took me a long time to figure. I mean, not a long time, but I mean, a good 2 months to figure all that out. Because at first it kind of like it's a little choppy, and like once I start learning how to resample and utilize that in your effects, it's really a lot of that. Really, yeah, it's just resampling, pitching, or time stretching, or whatever. Well, they don't have time stretch right now, but I pitch up or pitch down, and it's just a lot of manipulating the sound or the sample over and over again, really. But it's fun. It's dope. I like the workflow on it. Honestly, it's different.
Yeah, it's different, but it's the only thing you are focused on the sound. So you are not on the EQ, no, with the graphic things. No, it's really
exactly. And even if you do like a little, I'll do like minor. I'll try to supposedly EQ on there, but I want to download AUM. I haven't downloaded that, but I keep hearing good things about that, because I don't use. I just use the Koala, so I'm like, man, I can only imagine if I like started using the AUM. I'm like, man, I need to utilize those things.
Yes, it's amazing because you can use a lot of extra input, no, with the and he recognizes everything. So all audio interface, all with USB, Lightning, everything. It's a very good app. Koala FX. A lot of people don't say it about the Koala FX, because you can make a live session. Like with the SP, no, only with the Koala FX. You put your track on IUMA like a file player, and you can make a playlist, a set, and only mixing your live session with Koala FX is more stable. You know, and the effects is really good for me. It's one of the best part of the Koala is the effects, no, and it's very good with audio with AUM. It is works great. No,
Yeah. You know what?
uh,
One of my favorite things I love about Koala is the fact that you can use it as an effects insert in AUM. And when I realized that, it changed everything. Koala then became it went from being a novelty app where you could make fart sounds and sequence them to like something I could make music with. No, it really was a game changer, and I think I discovered that in audio share.
yeah,
And then
Mhm.
what really flipped the script for me is when I accidentally went into split screen mode with audio share and Koala, and then I could just transfer files from audio share over to Koala instantaneously. And then I'm like, well, what else can I throw into to audio share? Then I started throwing my synthesizers, and I started throwing
Mhm.
MIDI controllers in with that, recording chords and throwing that directly into Koala.
Mhm.
And just by like two finger presses, and I would have pretty much the beginning of a song. Um, and that's one of Koala's greatest strengths is that it's malleable, it's flexible, and you can throw it in as an effect, or you could use it as your mainstay. You can bounce files back and forth to audio share and back. You can resample, resample. You can add pads on top of each other and sort of come up
Yeah.
with a fake EQ. You can, if you really want the bass to bump, you could just turn the tone knob down and then add that to your existing. I mean, it's so mellow. It's almost like and especially with AUM, it's almost modular, I guess. You can, one patch of sounds can patch into Koala, and that's ready for instant recall. And then you go to another patch, create another patch of sounds, and you just fill up the pads with cool sounds, and you're ready to go. Um, I think the problem with a lot of DAWs, and the reason why I was drawn to AUM and the iOS producing workflow is because decision fatigue, right? It's a thing.
Mhm.
When I get on Ableton, I know what to do, but I always tend to get sidetracked because I feel like it'll allow me that much more control to sculpt that much more sound. And was that really needed? No. What the track needed was to be funky in the first place and to have grit and to have energy. But no, I decided to spend the next hour EQing and sidechain compressing a freaking Rhodes chord that wasn't needed, you know. So,
Yeah.
so that's what Koala did for me. Is immediately I was able to hear something that I liked, throw it through effects, bounce it back in, instant recall. Boom. What am I going to add next? What am I going to add to that? And I think I finally got to a point where I feel like I can come out with something that sounds somewhat professional, whatever the hell that means. But that sounds well put together. Uh, uh, but I mean, yeah, I don't know, man. Coming from the doll world, this is so much more fun. This is just so much more fun.
but it's really amazing how the new generation, speaking about the doorless, no, a lot of internet thing is doorless, no, they are born in 2010 or 2008, and then speak about downless. No, I don't want technology. I only want my SP and the tape recorder. Uh, it's so cool because the life is this, no, it's a big loop, no, it's a big loop, no, and
Mhm.
change because the young people know music is music, no whatever, no, it's not important the gear, no, it's really only making music. And now a lot of people only want old school style, no, because it's more warm, no, more warm, more I don't know, but the digital sound really really clean, kill no the vibe of a lot of music for me. For example, the house music. House music is really like hip hop. It's some kind of raw, no, with acoustic song. No, that's not the word, no, acoustic, but it not was really only a clean thing. Now, if you listen the electronic dance music or the house, it's really really clean, and it's because they use the same down, the same VST, the same synth. No, yeah, it's not original. No, really.
Well,
Telly. Sorry.
there's a. I'm sorry. A lot of those things were made with old samplers and cassette decks and records. A lot of those old house records, right? They were produced by the same guys who would produce a hip hop track one week and then produce a house track the next week. You know, I think there's like Paul C from like Ultra Magnetic MCs, right? He used to do house music all the time and then produce Ultra Magnetic MCs, right? So it's like they used all that stuff, and there was so many limitations to what they had to use that they found creative ways to just be funky. It's like I was saying before, is all you got to do is be funky. You got to make people move. But yeah, I mean, with the modern stuff, you have it is so confusing. There is so much decision fatigue that after a while, you just want to go to Splice, download some loops, and construct a song. And guess what? People like it. Well, those people don't know any better, but hey, whatever works in their favor, I guess. It's just it's that's not fun. Beats by numbers, beats by splice loops is not fun, but
No, it's not fun. It's music. It's music. Huh? Sometimes it's not the real who win. Sometimes it's only the best commercial thing. Is what I say. It's only one music, but if you search a little more, they have amazing new artists. No, totally different of the hype. Telly is one of that for me because it's really. I love the beats we made, and every times he sounds so 90 for me. So for me, I'm a 19 guy, and is what I said. Is that music is not about how are you, and no, it's only I don't find the word, but it's like repeat the history, but making better, no, every time.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
Right.
I feel like music definitely repeats. I mean, it goes in cycles. So, and then like I feel like the '80s are hot every now and then, and the '90s and whatever. But I mean, I don't know. I feel like for me, for sure, I'm definitely stuck. Kind of, I wouldn't say purposefully, but for some reason, I do. I make kind of more '90s style music, but I definitely don't do it purposefully. I think it's just what's in the groove that is naturally
Yeah,
there. You know what I mean?
it's a 90. It's what's only the swing, no,
Mm-hmm.
and with the dough, with the quantize, it was more clean beats, more. It's good too, but I don't know. The jazz vibes, no, with
Mm-hmm.
no 1/4, no 3/4, the four. So it's really really um, different. But when you work with the sampler, you need to know how to synchronize, no, your loops,
Yeah.
and only with the ear, no, and it's why sometimes he make a swing like the acid jazz, no, some kind of crazy music, no, with some aesthetic things, but really good to hear, no. So I don't
Yeah.
know from the word. Ray,
Yes.
what do you think? What
What's
do you
that?
think? What do you think about that?
Oh man. So I don't even know where to.
No, no. We are speaking about the different type of music now. Um, um, ge- they are really clean, so clean, no? Again, now the new generation make some kind of music more aesthetic, more raw, no?
I think
And it's
nostalgia.
work. It's work. What? Right?
I think nostalgia kind of plays into that a little bit because, like, I know, like, for me, I'm always hearing that like VHS warble and like tape warble in my head, and I always so that's the kind of like music I like to make is stuff that sounds like So I think if you grew up with like a clean sound, you're probably gonna like you know
Mm.
produce very clean music. But I grew up on dirty, chunky, just gross beats.
Yeah, but now look, the first on streaming is the lofi music, lofi beat. It's a really a big change. Yes, strong Maurice. Yes, nostalgia. Yeah, yes. Some people like us now, 30 and more. We remember the good old time, but it definitely I'm thinking it's a new hype because the hype of the clean sound was on the 2000 to 2020, and now it's like a new era, no, a new it's more about the idea, the feeling. I'm thinking more than the clean sound. Look, we switch. Looking at a video on Twitch 5 years ago, it was impossible. People want a very clean video quality, and no, it's really only the content, not very always
I
now.
agree. I agree.
Yes.
I agree with that a little bit for sure. I mean, I feel like yeah, people just don't really, and not to say they don't care about the quality, but yeah, it's like it's more. I mean, at least from my point of view, I feel like yeah, people are kind of more open to just the music or whatever it is or whatever content it is, like as opposed to just that's not professional quality or whatever. You know, I think it almost makes it even better that it's raw and like
It's kind of
accessible in a way. Yeah.
it's kind
Yes,
of
right.
like the new punk rock, like you know what I
Mm.
mean. Like it's people always go back to that. They like something that's like DIY and kind
Hmm.
of rough around the edges, and it's more about the idea and the heart behind it than it is the actual how well it's mastered.
Yes, is what said Mercury Waters. Oh, Mercury, I love your video on Instagram. Dirty stuff from the 19th sound different from dirty stuff from now. The tools are different. It's give you a different feel and sound, but the essence of it it's still there. Well, it's totally true. It's the sound of 90 is now, but the tools are different. It's Koala. It's totally this. No, it's a new application, but with old school way
Yeah.
maybe.
Yeah, it's the same as like almost like when the in the '90s when like Tribe started like using jazz breaks and stuff like that, as opposed to like back in the day when they were doing like more funk breaks and stuff. And yeah, I mean it's like kind of still kind of the same stuff, and they grew up on that, but they're just doing it their own way. So it all goes into play. So, but it's dope. I like all the music that's coming out right now. I mean, there's a lot of talent out there. I see new Koala users every day. I'm like, who's this making like you know what I mean? I'm like, what is going on here? It's
Yeah,
dope.
yeah, great. Um, Lugo, you
Yo.
sent me a bit this week.
Yeah, a
We
couple of days ago.
yes, where you use our IUM and Koala.
Yeah.
Um, we are going to listen and speak about this. Okay, let's
Oh
go.
boy. Be
Okay,
nice.
no feedback, real feedback.
Yeah.
Okay, ahí está. Sorry. Yeah, yeah. Let's go.
Oh, sweet.
No sound. Oh,
You
no
got it
sound.
on mute.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Restart.
Okay.
That's dope.
Okay.
Man, that was funky.
Yeah, that was hard.
Thank you. That was that beat flip that flip challenge. What was it? 15 was a
Yeah.
Dexter Wansel. And you know, everybody when they hear that record, they hear that wonderful break that starts the whole song off. And yeah, that's one of those breaks that you should build a song around. But I wanted to grab other parts from the song, and Koala just made that so easy to just, you know, let's go to that part. Now let's go to that part. Cool. Let's find that loop. Let's, you know, and then and I think that was the one beat where I kind of found my flow working, bouncing stuff between AUM and Koala.
What
So-
audio unit are you using on this video? What is the audio unit? You use other of Koala, no?
I think that was I think I used just an EQ, just a graphic EQ.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. But I mean, I know I threw in the synth line, just the synth chords from, I think it was maybe Poison 202 or whatever. I tend to use that a lot. Poison and Sunrise those are like my two like go-to, because they don't eat up any CPU on my phone, which is great because I can send messages back to my homies while I'm making beats during lunch. But yeah, I think that's about it. And just sort of bouncing those loops back and forth, resampling. Yeah, that's how I made that particular beat. But most of the time now, I'm making I'm flying loops back to my MPC 2000 Classic from Koala, and Koala kind of allows me to come up with a canvas of sounds. So I'll have like my 16 pads, and then with the Classic, it sounds really good if you pitch things down, right? So with Koala, I'll just pitch it up an octave, bake it, pitch it up another octave, send that to my 2000, tune it down 2 octaves in the MPC, and it sounds beautiful.
2000 X XL or the normal 2000, because the XL have a filter, a low filter, very good. No, I remember the world song. No,
I think for me, and I've used both. The advantage of the 2000 XL, better memory storage capabilities, and you can load multiple programs, right? So you can load up a program of all your hot drum sounds, and then you can load up your synth stab sounds, whatever, on another program, and you can combine the different programs. The 2000 Classic doesn't allow you to do that, and it has crap memory capabilities. Until recently, I mean, I can get into that, but I finally found the memory solution for the 2000. It's the SCSI to SD. I got that through Sampler Zone. But the 2000 Classic has, I think, a better sound, and it has the type of sound where it cuts through a mix. So if I have a really muddy mix, as I often do, and I want to throw in a drum break, I'll load that into the 2000, and it'll just cut right through. Especially with the filters. I think the filters in the 2000 are much better than the XL. But man, people have been debating this since 1997. So.
Okay, sound great. What do you think about this beat, Ray?
Like I said, man, that was funky. Everything was mixed just like beautifully. Somebody said in the Twitch chat that the snare was like a shotgun, and I totally agree with that. Man, that stuff was hidden.
Yeah, it was really. I love the kick, no, the swing of the kick. It was really like a more shotgun, like a automatic shotgun, no, because it was pop pop pop. And I love it. Telly, what do you think about that?
That was excuse me, that was dope, man. That was banging. I like the swing on it, and then just the way that you did the sample was nice, man. The drums were knocking. That was my favorite part, honestly.
It's that drum loop, dude. It's built into the sample. And
Yeah.
all I did was just layer throw one sound on top of the drum break.
Mm,
Chop
yeah,
that
yeah,
up.
yeah.
Threw in a clap sound. I think I used the audio kit, the AR 909, their
Mm,
909 emulation for the extra drum sounds behind that. And
gotcha.
I just sampled those into Koala and then dumped the sample on
Sorry.
top of the one on top of the other. So
Hell yeah.
Yeah, the challenge every week. I want to say thanks to everybody to participate, because I know everyone is very busy and he can find time to make the challenge. The last two flip challenge, there was less people, but with the
Christmas.
Christmas holidays, I know. I'm trying to evolve the challenge. No, you see these weeks. I bought donc a kit with three samples. We'll use MF Doom, and I put some kick and some snare like a gift, and people can use it. I'm thinking is the new way of flip challenge. But I'm thinking about a challenge like a koala roulette.
Okay. Dope.
Uh, okay, now we need to make a challenge with two sample. I'm thinking about making like asking of people to make like word keywords on the chat, like I don't know, jazz, Romanian jazz, no, and they put Romanian jazz. My child, my daughter, 10 years old, take the iPad with YouTube and scroll and choose one sample, and we choose two sample randomly, and we need to make a beat in like 1 or 2 hours. The big problem is the technical issues. Of course, it's in, it's possible, but it's really a big mess if we make a beat with all at the same time, no. But we can connect like this, like today, with 10 people, because in the stream yards we can stream with 10 people, and only working together with the chat. Uh, every new advance, you can say, oh yeah, and Telly say, look, and we can listen what Telly. No, at the end of the roulette, the day after, we can present the beats. No, I love the red roulette. I don't know how do you.
I'm down. I'm down. Sign me
Yeah,
up.
sounds like a
I,
dope
lo-
idea.
I love that idea. I love rhythm roulette. I think you might need to. I don't know if people will do it if it's in just a couple of hours, because people are so
Yeah,
busy. They might need more time. But I'd love the idea of like a koala roulette.
yeah, maybe.
Yeah,
But yeah, definitely.
it's really a performance, no? So, we don't expect, of course, Lugo or professional beats, of course, but we can read roulette is some kind of weird beat.
Mhm.
But it's the challenging, no, making music, sampling music. I repeat, not only hip hop. I know we have hip hop head now, but I want house. I want some kind of ambient. I want of all kind of stuff, because I repeat, sampled music is every kind of electronic music, not only hip hop. I love hip hop. I'm a hip hop head, but you can participate to the challenge with a kind of music, no? Telly, what do you think about the roulette?
I'm definitely down for that, man. I mean, I know I haven't been participating so much in the Facebook challenges. I need to come around more, but yeah, I'm up for something like that for sure. I mean, we do. I do like sample rumbles a lot on Twitter. Shout out to the Koala Twitter people, but it's kind of similar to that. We kind of take a sample, but it's not as random. So I like that idea, because then
Yeah,
it's kind of reminds me of like the Kenny Beats battles a little bit, but yeah, it's like the same vein. It's like kind of crazy, off the wall, random thing that it's like, see what you can come up with.
yeah.
uh,
It's fascinating for me. It's really incredible how you can make a beat with only part of other song. No? For me,
and just get out of your comfort zone, because a lot of times, we pick samples that we obviously were drawn to. So it's fun to have a sample that you're like, how am I going to sample this? And then you have to figure it out. So
for me, the best part of the or the update of Koala was the sampling of YouTube. Wow, for me it was.
That's a game changer.
Yeah.
I
And
don't know. Yeah.
you'd be surprised what you could find on there. I mean, it's not just like music. Like, I often find like they call them like DJ tools or like DJ weapons.
Yes.
It's like a record
Yes.
with like
Yes.
you could find those kind of records on there. You could find all your breaks. It's just nuts.
Yeah. I'm thinking of roulette with a kit now for the drums. I'm thinking is the only part, the hard part is if you pick two samples without drums. Yeah, making a beat without drums, maybe it's too difficult.
I mean, Alchemist does it, so it's doable.
Yeah.
No.
Hey, with Koala, we could just beatbox into it and sample that.
Exactly.
I mean, make your own drums. We can literally go out and skin a goat.
Let's just say,
No, but you're true. For the bass, for example, the FX, you can record incredible bass with the FX. We can. But if you want to make more listenable, maybe we can put some extra drums. Telly?
Yeah, no, that's a good idea.
It's fair, Telly. What do you think about that? It's fair or not? No, it's not fair.
I mean, I'm done for either way. I mean, we can figure it out. I'll figure out how to make some drums no matter what. I got a desk and some pencils, and that's all I need. You know what I mean?
Without drums. Okay. Sounds good. Okay. Yeah. Donc, Ritz Roulette. I want to organize with everybody a schedule for sharing this channel. So it's what if you want to start streaming, you can start streaming on this channel. I only need to be on my friend list, and I can host and share your transmission. There is a lot of program like one stream where you can record first your session and streaming next. Not really in direct and direct, no, and live. Only retransmission. No?
Yeah.
But it's a form to make for example, working you stream on the night, on the morning, and we can organize really a radio with your beat tape, Lugo, or all kind of stuff, live performance, tip centric. All the people ask me tip centric. I'm thinking it's really important to make a section tip centric, because in Facebook, I think the announcement section is not easy as for the people to find the information, no? Right?
Yeah, I think there's we need to let people know that those kind of things exist, because I don't think everybody knows. Not everybody checks the page every day.
Yeah.
So I think we need to make that known that things like that exist. Make sure everybody's aware.
Mm-hmm. Instagram. I'm thinking a lot of Instagram, because the people who don't on Facebook are more on Instagram, no?
Probably.
I'm thinking, using more on Instagram and making all to the Beatcast to promote and the Facebook group, no, like now the same, but expand with more option. No, sounds good.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Yep,
dig it.
Okay, great. I choose a bit of you. I choose your Christmas beat.
Oh gosh, okay.
I love the Christmas bit. Yeah. Oh, for the Christmas tape, Brian have a problem with his computer. His computer died, and he sent me the track, and I need to mix them. I'm trying to make the tape on this week, but the Christmas tape on January. Yeah, it's a it's some kind of remembers of the Christmas of this year. No, let's go. We have to listen this. Okay.
J'ai commencé à m'entraîner à être DJ quand j'avais
Yep,
12
this
ans.
is my beat.
53.
Yeah, no. Sorry. Oh man.
This was put together very quickly. So
Yeah, it's normal. Yeah, David Guetta is a real French guy who make a lot of money. I don't know if in music, but a lot of money.
Back to Father Time's castle before the 12th bomb.
The bong.
What's the meaning of Christmas? What's the meaning of Christmas?
Wow. Hear this.
George, I am an old man, most people, but I don't like that either, so that makes it all even.
Wow, the bass.
But I must say you're the best looking one I've ever seen. Your beard doesn't have one of those things that goes over your ears.
That's because it's real. That's what I've really said to you.
Wow. The string is the sample of the string, guys. Awesome.
That was nice.
Yeah.
yes, so that was not one of my prouder beats, but it was just really fast, run and gun, cut up a Christmas song by Nat King Cole, and just got crazy with it.
The string, yeah, it's amazing. No, the string is really so remember me a lot of things, no? Cartoons, a lot of. It's only listen then. It's very. Lugo, what do you think about this beat? Give me your feedback to Ray.
Yeah, dope. I mean, it's really. I have a hard time connecting Christmas to hip hop, but you did wonderfully on that, dude. Like that. I mean, that's the essence of that cut and paste, chop it up, keep it running. It was entertaining. I never got bored. Yeah, dope. I don't know.
Thank you.
Dope.
Thank you.
Teddy?
Yeah, no, man, I was digging it for sure. I mean, I like the strings, like you said. It kind of like takes you back. It's like gives you like that old timey feel, like classic cartoons type of, you know what I mean. And then you threw the vocal little clips in there. So yeah, it was tight. It was dope. I liked it a lot.
Well, thank you.
I wish I could hear the lower end a little bit better, but it sounded like it slapped. So.
That's something I'm working on for sure.
Yeah, on my headphones.
It's hard on Koala. Like I try. That's one thing I've been working on for a while. I still can't. That's why I want to start. I want to download AUM, see if that'll help maybe to some degree. I don't know, but yeah, it's kind of hard to get that low and go and get it.
With the headphone, it's really hard to find the low EQ, no, of the bass, no, more with the sub it's really hard. um, I have a Sony, I don't remember, MDR 7506, and it's very good on the low, no, but when I listen, for example, with the studio monitor, I can hear the bass the same with the headphone, no?
That's the
Um,
same problem.
yeah. What? Sorry?
The same thing that happens to me. Like I make the beat on my phone, and I feel like it's like knocking pretty hard. And then when I go listen to on my monitors or even in the car or something, it's not slapping as hard. And I'm like, man, what? You know, so it's still trying to figure it out, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Up until probably last week, so that Christmas beat and everything before, I was mainly using my voice and the bass effects for but recently I sampled a bunch of bass sounds from like Core Gadget and Audio Kit 808.
Yeah.
So I'm going to start using those. Hopefully that beefs things up a little bit.
Yeah. It's I'm thinking with AUM, the good things is you can pues yeah, put audio unit with EQ and seeing what you don't hear, and I think the best way of the AUM app. Lugo is what you say. You do, no, with AUM, no, you connect the EQ, no.
Yeah, but you know, a lot of the times, so a lot of the times I'll run in my own drum sounds, or actually I use Core Gadget quite a bit. That Tokyo Gadget and Core Gadget it's just wonderful, man. And so you can just sort of create your own sounds. Brambro's Rusemaker FM is really good for creating drum sounds. And so what I'll do is I'll just spend a day or whatever just coming up with drum sounds. Actually, now I think I just come up with the drum sounds as I go along in AUM. So like I said, I'll throw Koala in as an effect in the effect slot, and then I'll just change out, Core Gadget to, Rusemaker FM, whatever, and I'll record those drum sounds in. As far as like being thinking that your bass knocks in your headphones versus your monitors, try getting bass with just your phone speakers. It's called the proximity effect. And so the closer the bass is to your ears, the more it's present and the more you hear it. So that's why when you get away from speakers in a room, you don't hear it as much because the speakers aren't on your ears. So yeah, I always, whenever I'm actually mixing stuff to release to the world. This last hip hop record I did with my friend Sean Harris, you should check it out. Why am I promoting shit? Anyways,
no, it's good.
The last thing I did, I actually spent a week just listening to it on my laptop speakers. And if it knocked in the laptop speakers, then I knew it would do it in a car or on headphones. So it's really important to just find the right sounds, I guess, in the first place. And
that's one of my engineer buddies told me. He was like, I mean, not specifically to Koala, but just in mixing generally. He was like, just use multiple sources. If you have a Bluetooth speaker, bump it on that. If you have your phone speaker, bump it on that. And then you'll see how it translates through all those mediums. You'll be able to figure out where you want to work on, you know what I mean, where you got to tweak and stuff.
Dude, back in the late 90s, I used to, this is embarrassing, but I used to go down to Best Buy with my CD that we just made a CD. It was me and my homies, and we were so excited. It was our first rap group, right? We were so excited. And we'd go down to the Best Buy and just test out all the stereo systems. And that's how we came up with our final mixes. Is we just listened to it on every single available stereo at Best Buy, and then make notes. And we come home. Yeah, we go home and like, okay, all right, we need to make the high end stick out more. We need to lower the bass on this. But yeah, your engineer friend is absolutely right, man. more speakers, more reference you get to what you want the final product to sound like.
Yeah.
Yeah, for me, the best way for the final mix to check is in the morning in the car. So your first song in the morning, you go to the car, you listen it, and for me, it's the best way. When it sounds good in my car in the morning, yeah, let's go. I hope all of you. It's um, Anzo, but I drop all my Koala mixes in Lander, Telly. This is
I
impressionable
like
sound.
Lander.
Yeah, you like
Oh,
Lander?
impressionable sounds.
I like Lander. There's Lander and there's Cloud Bounce. But yeah, those online mastering things are really good. I actually kind of use it as a reference. And Lander's pretty cool because you can release music digitally. It's a digital distributor as well. So it's a good shortcut. It doesn't take the place of hiring a proper mastering engineer. But then again, I ain't gonna make more than $1,000 if I'm lucky.
More professional.
$500.
So you go.
Yeah. So the budget doesn't call for an audio engineer to listen to my stuff. The budget calls for Lander, and Lander works. It does.
I might have to give that a try.
Yeah, you know what? 2 years ago, I was using a mastering box. It's very good too. It's cheaper than Lander. His name is Mastering Box. But you know what? If you try, put in comments if you want. Mastering Box is like this. Box. You know what? I bought Ozone. I check the difference between the automatic masterings on Ozone and the online mastering, and it's pretty the same. I bought Ozone for $100. I'm thinking, and now I'm making all my final mix on Ozone, and it sounds pretty loud, but directly on your DAW, no. I'm thinking is more for the lazy guy, no. Mastering box, you put your zone, you wait, you can really adjust.
So with Lander, you would think that it would be for a lazy guy, right? There's 3 settings.
No. It's more for a lazy guy. It's more.
Yeah, exactly. There's 3 settings, whatever, but that actually allows you to come up with a mix better. Because if you throw something in Lander and throw it on modern and high setting, and it sounds like poo poo, and then you throw it on vintage and warm, and it still sounds like poo poo, then you start asking yourself, how can I mix this to sound better when it comes time to master? And it's just a tool. It's just a tool. And just like Ozone, it's just a tool. Because sometimes, and I know you've probably done this, is you'll go back to your mix and mix to what Ozone could better handle, It's just a tool.
No, but it's pretty easy to use Ozone. It's the same as Lander. So you put they give you a suggestion of mix, but you can adjust. Yeah, it's good. It sounds very good. You can choose streaming or audio CD. That it's really cool. The graphics to make your own AQ, it's better, no? At $100, it's like what Lander. It's very expensive, no? It's like, I don't know the price. We don't need to promote Lander, but it's the same, no? Yeah, all the time it's about making the music more easy to make, no? And to make professional music more mainstream, more more easy to make, no? Right? What do you think about that? What's up, much makes? What's up? Okay, it's time to listen a bit from Telly.
Oh yeah.
Not one of you sent me Telly, It's
What's
today
up?
is the first. I try to do the best, and I choose one of the last post on Facebook. It was a challenge for Twitter. It's pretty cool. Okay, let's go to listen to this.
I wonder which one it is.
Let's go. This, you remember? Well, it was for Sample Rumble Challenge with Pimp My Right song. Ah, yes, it was. It was very good. This. Okay,
Let's listen
let's
to
go.
it.
You remember?
Yeah. Pimp My Ride.
Okay. Oops, sorry. It's a Vivo French. I like it. Okay. It's not the beat what but I love the wow wow effect.
You said that wasn't the one that you were planning on playing?
No, you know what? I can open the Dropbox because they have like a problem with this.
I'm not sure, man. That one was cool too, man. I like that one a lot. I was really
Yeah.
proud of that one.
The texture and the drums was awesome. There was a lot of great
Yeah.
stuff going on in the percussion.
Thank you. I appreciate that, brother.
Yeah, it's really what I love of your beats, the swing. So all the time you had, I'm so so cool. I'm really feel a lot of people say this, no, the Dilla, the famous Dilla drums, no, the Dilla hats, no, the swing, like acid jazz, like aesthetic things, no, without quantize, no? And for me, you are one of the best hat swings on the Koala project.
Thank you. I appreciate that, man. Honestly, because I that's one of my biggest things. I really make a point about that. That's like one of my biggest driving things in my music. So I appreciate that.
Yeah, it's not only you're the best. No, it's true. Also, the hat. It's I'm thinking it's underestimate. No, a lot of people don't really work on the hat, and the hat give really all the swing and
No, I was just gonna say, I was like, you can ask my brother Abstract. I wish he was on the stream right now, but he tells the story because I taught him how to make beats, and he tells the story to people all the time. He's like, Telly, number one thing he told me was the hi-hats. He's like that's where your groove is gonna be at, and that's where I put the most work into my hi-hats. It really is what I do. So I'm really glad that it comes through, because sometimes I don't see it. You know what I mean? Because you're just making your own music and you're critiquing it, so you don't really see it. But but yeah, man, it's important. It's important to me for sure. It's one of my biggest things.
We can see it's really all the time on your beats. I don't choose the best one for now, but other beats on Instagram, because it's more on Instagram. No? You post more on Instagram your beats, but
I post daily on there.
Yeah, but all the time it's really I love this jazz hi-hat, no quantized raw, but really it's not very very hard, and with a nice swing. Lugo, what do you think about that, Lugo?
Yeah, man, I loved it. Yeah, I loved it. a lot of people do the no quantize thing, and it's that Dilla vibe, and I've heard it done a lot, and uh, I really hate it when people make it a big mushy mess. And this had me flowing. This had me following the entire time. The sample chops were very good, and that kind of that kind of style with good sample chops is what we all really strive to do. Yeah, it's dope. It's dope.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate it.
Yeah, it's really important. The hat, you know why? Where we can we say this. It's on the trap music. Trap music go back with the hi hat. No, all the trap music it's with the hi hat. If the trap music without hi hat, you lost all the beats.
Yeah.
No? Yeah, I remember on the 2000 a lot of beat with a few hi hats, nothing, no, only some strings and a very few hi hat. But now the new generation is hi hat, no, to the top level. He has the roll of hi hat all the time.
It's
yeah,
it's one of the few places in trap music where you can actually, as a beat maker, it's one of the few places you can actually express yourself, and because it's very formulaic, and that's only because the MCs are doing so much now. There's so much vocals going into it, to like your modern trap beat, and you don't think it would be, but there's a lot of style going into it, and you don't want to shit on the MC's flow with your complicated beat. You want to keep it simple. And the only way you can keep it simple is, boom, space, blap, boom, space, blap. And so the only thing you can do is fill in those spaces with something interesting.
yeah.
And it's like the MCs are really controlling what the trap sound is. But man, I love me some trap hats. I got to admit, I'm a sucker for it. When I hear a good pattern that I haven't heard like a million times before, when I hear a good pattern, I'm like, oh, and I'm like, okay, but I'm not a thug. I'm an old man. I gotta chill. But yeah, man, the hats are important. They got to be good.
Yeah, trap now is really strong. So in France, for example, 90%, no, 80% of the music rap is trap now. So drill or trap. It's pretty the same, no? But all the last years, the boom bap is the comeback of the boom bap, no? I'm thinking with for example, how is the name? Kendrick Lamar, with Chance the Kid. So they go back to the rap more conscient, more rap more boom bap, and there is a lot of new generation of young people who made music more old school rap, no, than mumble rap, because for me the problem of rapping on trap beat, the trap beat is like, I don't know, it's a lot of space, and you need to, you rap really speed or really slow. It's more something like if you make a chorus, all the all the track, no. I'm thinking is really a mix between rap and club, no, club music, no, like striptease club music, no. And the trap is like this. It's like electronic music of today, no. It's mixed between electric music and rap. Do you like the trap, Telly? You listen some trap music or rap?
Yeah,
It's really
definitely. Yeah. I listen to everything for sure. I mean, I love trap music. I haven't really. I mean, I like specific artists for sure more than most, but I don't know. I'm open to everything for sure. But I feel like the reason why the boom bap stuff is kind of making more of a comeback, and not even just boom bap in general, but just more like instrument driven music than electronic sound music, I guess you'd say. I think just because it's the trap, like you're saying, trap is like 80% of everything that's out right now. So I think it's kind of refreshing to hear. Even as before, maybe like 5 years ago, I wouldn't be so. I don't know. Even though I am a hip hop head at heart, but I feel like it kind of made its run. Not to hate on trap or anything like that, but it's gotten to a point where it plateaued in my opinion. It's still
we've
dope,
reached like peak saturation of trap.
So it's definitely it's got to change, and I think that's a big reason why a lot, and even more just hip hop driven, sample driven stuff, like even like Griselda or Benny the Butcher and them stuff like that. Like that type of shit is like really popping right now. You know what I mean? And I'm all for that type of stuff.
Yes.
Album of Freddie Gibbs. Oh
yes,
man,
Freddie Gibbs
so
for sure.
Oh yeah, last Freddie Gibbs. No, it's really really good. And
but I love me some Gucci Mane though and stuff like that. I ain't gonna lie.
It's good to party too. It still works.
We go to the culture part. Can you recommend me three songs, Lugo, of new songs of some kind of new music for the viewers? Some kind of recommendation?
Oh, I'm sorry. What you want me to?
Yeah, 3 songs. Whatever, rap or another music, but for sharing with the viewers, maybe a song we don't know.
I don't know, man. I really.
What
am I feeling these days? It's been a minute since I've been listening to some modern stuff, but I do all the time. It's kind of funny. But yeah, I think the last thing that I kind of binged on was that Griselda album.
Griselda?
And let's see what else. Part of basically anything that Derringer's doing is pretty dope. I think I saw his Rhythm Roulette, and I was like, damn it, he's using that modern MPC that but it sounds old school. I don't know how he does it. He probably just picks the right samples. What else, man? I listen to music all the time. I repair stereos. That's my day job. So whatever's on the stereo. But I got to be honest. What I've been listening to the last 4 or 5 days is Doom. I've just been listening to MF Doom. Been binging on Doom, and that ain't a bad thing. That's always a good thing.
Okay.
Great. So my recommendation: listen to some more Doom, y'all.
More Doom. Okay. Great. Some kind of new artist, a new song, a new favorite song?
Oh gosh.
Sorry for the question. It's some kind of hard question. Eh?
Well, man, I haven't listened to a lot of. I don't know if the last modern thing I listened to was probably The Weeknd After Hours. Because I listen to so many different genres of music that I'm constantly listening to stuff from 10 years ago, 15 years ago. It's just a mess. So as far as like new stuff, I'm not really sure. Yeah, it's a hard question.
No? Telly, help me.
I mean, honestly, I'm in the same boat as Ray. I listen to a lot of, obviously sample-based people. We listen to a lot of retro stuff, but I listen to so much different music. My question was gonna be, does it have to be hip hop? Because I don't really listen to it. I listen to so much different music.
For example, in deep house, I recommend you Fritz Wanting. I don't know if you know this guy, Fritz Wanting. Mm-hmm. It's like VDA, but in house music.
Okay.
What is then Fritz Wanting, and it's really like low-fi hip hop, but in house. And it got.
But as far as like new hip hop that I have been listening to, I've been listening to Rock Marciano's Mount Marcy. That album is good. Shout out to Strong Maurice too. His Botanics album. I've been listening to that a lot.
Yeah.
And then what else?
Sorry.
There's something else that I've been listening to other than all the Doom records that I've been going through, because I did do that Doom tape, but honestly, I would say
I just thought of
or that new Madlib too. The new Madlib that's coming out, the Road to the Lonely Ones. That's good. Madlib.
The Banana album is very good. The Freddie Gibbs album with Madlib.
No, the singles that he's been dropping for his new one coming out. It's called Road to the Lonely Ones.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love the last Action Bronson.
That's a good one too.
Dolphin, what's that? Thing with Dolphin. I don't remember the name, but the last Action Bronson is very good. And I have a very good song, a French rap. I know here is not really people doesn't know, but you can go and search for this. Look, yeah, his name is like this: Hus l'Enfoiré et Vald. The song is Matrixé.
What is it?
It's really a good song. It's like a modern trap, but with breakbeats. It's very good. Yeah, Hus. Search for this song. It's very good song, a French song, because yeah, I know in USA a lot of people doesn't know the French rap, but we are the second best. We are the second producer of rap in the world. In Spotify now, the French guys are more listened than American. Huh? We have a lot of band here about that. We have a special guest. We have a special guest with us.
Oh,
Yes, special guest. Special guest. The Koala Daddy. Yes, the real Koala Daddy. We have Marek with us.
Oh,
What's up, Marek?
Hey, how's it going?
Good, and you? It's a pleasure.
Yeah. Thanks for having me. Yeah, it's 2:46 in the morning here, so I'm pretty tired.
Yeah.
I've been working very hard on this koala update. It's taking forever. I've been doing like sort of 16-hour days. I really want to get it out as soon as I possibly can. But obviously we can't rush these things. It's got to be stable and good and sound good. So yeah, apologies if I'm a little bit worse for wear.
It's very good. Not making the update only for making update. No, you need fixing all the issue. It's very important because we need to still making music with Koala. No, it's not update to make a big mess. No, and it's very important for us. This no.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean that's the thing. Like, I guess at the beginning with Koala, there was hardly anyone using it. So if I made a little whoopsie, it didn't really matter. It wasn't so bad. But now there's quite a lot of people using it. If you make like one thing that annoys like 1% of users, that's could be quite a lot of people. So it's like and people are starting to really depend on it. So I just want to make sure I don't slip up. So hopefully it'll be good. I have some beta testers, and it's going. It seems to be very stable. Maybe it's like I'm saying in my head. I'm like, oh, it's just going to be another one more week, but I know it's going to be it'll be like 2 more weeks, whatever. But hopefully it's going to come out very soon, and it's going to be it's going to make Koala a lot more fun as well. Hopefully, we'll see.
Have you a question, Ray, for Marek? To Marek? Ray, have you a question?
not really. But I do want to say, because I know people have been chomping at the bit at the on the Facebook group about the update. Somebody made a very good comment. They were like, this update, it's not even like the icing on the cake. It's like sprinkles on the icing on the cake. I mean, everything is already so awesome that this is just, a little bit of extra. So I'm excited about it for sure. But you can still definitely get down on Koala without that update, nice. Guys.
And like I've had a few people say like, oh, don't mess with the formula because it's like it's got everything it needs. Like you're saying, it does everything. So like basically, once you've got the update, it's a paid extra add-on is going to be $3 or whatever, but you won't even know it's there unless you try and use the features. Like, I don't know, if you use Koala on an iPhone, there's a space in between, I don't know, was it the choke groups and the and that little like menu that lets you do bacon stuff like that, and that's for the stretch button, and that's where all the time stretch stuff is. And there's going to be like three different types of time stretch, and they all sound like interesting in their own ways. Like, one sounds really kind of like the nice Ableton one. Then there's one that sounds like the old Akai one. Then there's another one which is like, it's like the Beats one in Ableton, but you can kind of do loads of weird like granular stuff. It's like someone doing some chopping for you. So yeah, it should be good. And yeah, there's the piano roll as well. I know, like I said, I would never do a piano roll because I want people to play everything in, but like some people really just can't do it. So, and also like, you know, you want to go and just like grab a note and take it out. So I've succumbed to the wishes of everyone. So yeah, that's kind of cool. And I've put loads of, okay, I'm not gonna say any more about it, but it's got some cool things that you probably wouldn't find in anything on a phone. Maybe in a DAW on a computer. Some nice little features. So it's gonna be good.
Great. Lugo, have you a question?
No, not really. The only question I have is like, how did I accidentally come up on the update? I remember I emailed you and I asked, when is it going to come to the iPad? Because I had discovered some new features using Koala, and I had no idea how I got into that.
You're the spoiler. Yeah. You're the spoiler man.
Yeah, you know what? And I didn't mean to.
No, it's cool. No, basically, I put in. There's a thing that you can do in Koala. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but you did it. And it's like you have to do something for a very specific amount of time, otherwise it doesn't work. So you must have just like accidentally done this thing for this specific amount of time.
Well, like earlier, I think I'm going to blame it on my cat. Maybe the cat stepped on the phone, and
amazing.
You know. Most likely, actually, I'm not even gonna count that out.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Some other people have stumbled across it. So.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Great. I really, even that primitive version that I have is really useful, and I know you don't want to do a piano editor, but I find it very useful to on the first beat. Quickly line things up. It's made things a little bit faster, and that's about all I use it for. But I understand, like, people are gonna find new ways to use it. Yeah. I don't really have any questions for you, man. I'm sorry.
No problem. Yeah,
but
it's come a long way since that version. I think the iOS version that's on the store at the moment is like quite a few steps behind the Android version, and like when the update comes, it's going to be it already works on Android in parallel. The problem is, because I need to do all the sort of in-app purchase thing, I just don't know how to do it, so I'm gonna find out next week. Okay. So it shouldn't be too long. But
I have a question. You said it's harder and in Android than iOS to make the application, no? It's because of the different brand, all the brands of the different hardware.
Yeah, like basic, on an iPhone or iOS, there's one company, and they've made like, maybe there's like 10 different ones, but you can make, as long as it works on one of them, it will work on all of them. There's like barely any difference. But with Android, oh my god, I've got 12 Android phones now. I've got one iPhone. I just bought another Android phone, like a Huawei Android 7 phone, because that one sort of set of phones has a really specific problem, and the problem is Huawei, the company, like, despite what you might think of them with the coronavirus 5G, I don't give a shit, but the but they can't write graphics drivers. They've got bugs in their code, and it's the same with the audio. Like that Huawei phone, the audio, like on an iPhone, your latency is like 10 milliseconds. You don't even notice it. It's so good. On that Huawei phone, the best they can do is 130 milliseconds.
Wow.
And then I get a bad review on the Google Play Store because someone said it's unusable because it's got so much latency. It's like, it's not me.
A lot of time
sorry.
on the group, a lot of people complain about this. No, they say, I've got a Samsung, it doesn't work, or there's a big problem. But it's a unique music application will work in Android. And maybe not with all the phones, no, but it's amazing. It's incredible for the people who can own iPhone, no? Because it's really expensive. It's really expensive. It's really important. I'm thinking the affordable and people can make money without big expensive phone, no?
Yeah.
Yes.
I was gonna say that the cool thing is like before, like when I made Koala, I definitely wasn't making like a 404 clone or a pocket operator clone. The idea was to make my perfect sampler, and that's where it started. But people say like, 404 costs like $400, but Koala costs $4. It's like 1%. But I'm like, yeah, but the phone costs an iPhone. I don't even know that they're like $1,000. I don't know. It's crazy money, right?
Your iPhone, yes.
But the last Android phone I bought, a secondhand, and the Huawei that's shit. Like, I mean, okay, the latency's bad, but it costs $40. So for $44, now you can have like something like a 404. And when the time stretch goes in there, that's like you can't do that sort of thing in like there's no hard. Well, maybe there's like the new MPCs, but like. That kind of time stretch it's good quality, so like you can't really do it in hardware. Like maybe
I'm actually interested. I'm interested in seeing what the Android users are going to do with the camera roll, because that's what's going to save them with the latency. I tried really for a long time. I tried to make music on an Android. This is pre-Koala. It's kind of funny. I used a program called G Stomper Studio, and it was I was just trying to find a sampler for my Android. It worked, but it was unplayable. You could not play it. And so I ended up having to tap things into a grid, and I still hate that. I will always hate that forever. But I had to succumb. And iPads are if you get an iPad Air 1, it's $99. On the used market. So it does pay off. If anybody hasn't made the jump to iOS yet.
But can you see the weather on your SP404?
It's always crazy that people compare it to the SP404, because like I've had that device and my hands felt so tied trying to like truncate samples and like move around on that thing. But Koala is just like, it's all right there. You just touch it.
I mean, this is the one thing with like, I guess, I haven't bought a sampler. Oh no, I'm lying. I bought a Digitact, like one of these Electron Digitact, like mainly for like research purposes. But I'm gonna put it back on eBay because I think it sucks. But like all the samplers I grew up with, so I had. The first one I had like this one called a Yamaha SU10, and it's like
I love that one.
Blue box. Yeah, it's great, but like you try and like crop a sample, you're like ding 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 ding, and then eventually I had a Akai S20 because they were cheap, but like still pain in the butt. And then I got
floppy
Akai,
disk.
and then I got S2000. With a SCSI 40 megabyte drive. It was amazing. But still, like cropping a sample, you're like, and there's no waveform. And like, on an iPhone, you've got this amazing screen, or like on Android, like you can see everything. You can you can do these things that were like so incredibly painful before. I mean, the only thing that's really nice about, let's say using, I've never used a 404, but I imagine it, when you're cropping, you're using your ears like to do stuff. And that, I would say that's really important. It doesn't really matter what the waveform looks like. It just matters what it sounds like. If the, so I do like the idea that you, like, same with piano roll. Like with a piano roll, you type something in. You're not like feeling the music as you're making it, and you're basically engaging with it visually. And like, really, it's music. Like, you're not drawing a picture. I mean, maybe you are. I don't know. But like, but the whole thing is like, you're trying to make some music. So like, you should listen to it and feel it. And but I do appreciate that a lot of people don't think of, like writing their music in sort of real time terms, and they do like to type it in. So I like piano rolls as well.
Actually, that's one of the features that you don't really get a lot of. I don't think enough people have thanked you for, Marek. But the graphic waveform upgrade.
Yeah,
I remember when it used to look really bad, but that's one of the updates that I actually really enjoyed. Is the fact that
nice.
the waveform is so detailed now that I could really crop in and get right to the beginning of that bass drum. That's just one thing that nobody.
Oh, nice.
That's one thing that makes a big difference to me. It really helps, and the fact that you can just see the waveform on the pad. It's kind of a quick reference.
Oh yeah.
I know.
There's
I know
no
that's
name.
a drum sample. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and like that's the whole thing with it. Like, I'm not going to put names on it because it's like everyone says like, oh, I'd love to be able to name my samples, and like, whilst that's really good, it's just like you've got so much visual stuff going on. Like, so I don't want to say distraction, but like it increases like cognitive load, right? Like every time you look at that pad, you read like bass drum 32 808 or whatever, and it's like it's jarring, but you see a shape of the bass drum sample, and you make it, you're making your own language, and you connect to it. You're like, the thing that kind of looks like a triangle that goes down but not like really quickly, and you're like, oh yeah, I know that one. So like that's the argument for that sort of thing. But yeah, the waveform, I spent like a long time doing it, and the thing that gave me the kick up the butt is there's this guy on Twitter. He's making his own DAW. It's called Blockhead. I would definitely check it out if you can find it. It's just like a way of being really elastic with sound. So you put your samples in, and you can draw the sort of, let's say, the time stretch into it, and it sort of like distorts and bends it, and you can like do all sorts of crazy stuff. And he's got this beautiful waveform rendering, and I saw that and I was like, I've got to work out how that works, because it helps you, like the waveform rendering before was pretty terrible. If you put like an 808 kick, it sort of had these weird bubbles it would make out of the thing. But now you can actually see, like if you zoom right in, you can see like where the the sound pressure is and stuff like that. It's much more useful.
Telly.
Well, thank you for that.
Have you a question, Marek?
Oh yeah. No, my bad. I got disconnected.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you, Mark. I was like, how can I become a beta tester? Honestly.
We'll have a chat. Like basically, I was actually meaning to get you on the beta. The only thing is, it has been unreliable in the past, and you use it quite a lot. And I would hate to give you something unstable, but I think it might be at a stable point now, as of I think like Friday, or Thursday. I don't even know what day it is. 2 days ago, I don't know.
Be careful, Marek. Be careful, Marek.
Oh man, yeah. Working too hard, man.
All the people, Marek, they say it on Thursday now.
It's almost over. Yeah. So I would really like to get you on board with that. I think you'd be able to take it to some interesting places. So yeah, I'll
appreciate
give you a shout on after this.
But yeah, I mean, no other questions. I'm just excited for this new update. Really, I mean, like you said, I use it all the time. I really just like, I like where it's going. I think your vision is spot on. So thank you for everything that you did, man.
You're very welcome, and yeah, thanks for like putting all your stuff out. It's just amazing. I love watching all your stuff. Well, listening, obviously, but yes, the sort of like weird. I guess that's the thing with Koala. It turned into this sort of semi-visual medium. I remember like probably the most the feature that got people the most excited was just you can change the background. Like
it's
it's a big deal.
amazing. It's amazing for sharing on the social media. It's amazing because I'm making a lot of beat of challenge with a lot of group, and all the time people say, "Oh, your video, it's amazing! What is this app?" It's really catchy. So the people see something really different. It's unique.
Yeah, and the thing is, in a sort of previous life, I used to do a lot of let's say like visual effects programming, like making VJ software and stuff like that. So it's kind of bad that Koala doesn't have any of that in it. And I was thinking maybe like some sort of Easter egg that you can turn on that would do some like basically take your background and just to the music, or like do something, if you switched it on, like just because it was my bread and butter for like 10 years, like making visuals, and yeah, it would add to this sort of thing about it, like the screen record thing. So yeah, after the update, maybe, I don't know if I can find some time.
Wow, thank you, Marek. I know you're really busy and it's really, really late.
No problem. No,
the
it's
morning.
Great. It's great to be here. Yeah.
Big pleasure. You are among us for the first Beatcast. It's a big pleasure. I'm thinking about making a lot of more Beatcasts for Spanish and French people too, because a lot of users are not English speaker, and it's a way to make growing the community. So have you something more or question to go? No, we made it. We made it. Yes. Thank you for all. Thank you for all the viewers. See you on the next week, on the next Friday, for the first Beatcast with the flip challenge with the MF Doom. Entonces, you send your beats this week, and we make a check. We're going to check the beats on the next week. Okay.
Awesome. Yeah, sounds good, man.
Thank you to everybody.
Thank you all as well. Like, really appreciate
Marek.
it. It's amazing. It's great
Thank
to
you, Ray.
see you all as well.
Telly.
Thank you, Marek. Thank you, Rémi, for having us.
Thank you, everyone.
Yes.
Take care. Stay safe.